Starting strong, some tips and habits for leveling up for 2024. I couldn't agree more by this quote by James Clear. He says, new goals don't deliver new results, new lifestyles do. So a lifestyle is a process and it has really not focus on an outcome. For this reason, all of your energy should go into building better habits, not chasing better results. As I said, I couldn't agree with this even more. This is my name is Tatiana Kolovu. This is Stronger, my LinkedIn newsletter, and this is the video edition. I'm really excited to give you some tools and some tips, some related to movement. Obviously, you know I'm quite keen on that, and some related to organization. The whole focus is that you start the new year with clarity and with energy and with strength. I'm going to dive right into the getting moving part. And the World Health Organization suggests that we move at least 150 minutes out of our week, and that's 20 minutes each of your days. So if you do a lot of sitting down and reading and studying and or in your computer, I recommend that 4 times you or 5 times a day, you get up, you walk for 2 minutes, just walk away from your desk, walk out of your door, walk down the hallway, or walk up some stairs. Do that for 2 minutes, turn around, and then come back. That gives you 4 minutes. And if you do that 5 times a day, you get at least that basic 20 minutes of movement and activity. There's so much benefit that comes from focusing and working on your heart moving and your blood pumping. And I always try to be inclusive, as you know, and you say, I can't move, I'm not physically active, or I am in a chair, or I can do most of my information or most of my movement in sitting. And in the newsletter, I link, let me show you this a little bigger here space, into an arm cycle that is in several gyms, and then a ski erg where you can be in a chair or you can be seated and you can just do upper body. I have quite a lot of friends that have injuries on their knees. I have a dear friend who's in a wheelchair, and I would recommend this specifically for anyone who wants to be active and wants to move but may not have the ability to do so. So in this first part, I talk about movement and how important it is. And I give you a tip for the most simple piece of equipment, which is none of the things that I just showed you. It's really a pair of shoes. So in just a little bit, we'll edit in a video talking about why this is so important, because when you put shoes in your car or when you put shoes at your desk drawer, you can put them on and take a walking break or maybe take a walking meeting. And I'm not talking about exercise that makes you sweat wanting to take a shower. I'm talking about just general activity. Comfortable shoes make it easier. They can burn extra calories throughout the day. And I'm not talking about fat loss. I'm really talking about the benefits of movement and maybe getting some fresh air that give you. So let's cue in the first video of me in the backyard talking about the simplest piece of equipment. What's the most important piece of equipment, or maybe I should say a piece of everyday wear for you to fit your exercise into your day? I would say it's right here. It's right this. Wear it until you get your walk done. So here's what you can do. You can be remote and walk during meetings. You could walk and catch up with someone else. Sometimes it's even easier to have difficult conversations when you're walking because you don't have to see each other face to face. You can walk and take a personal break. It doesn't matter how long, just get up out of your desk and walk away. Now, when the kids were younger, I, first of all, would keep a pair of these in my car because I could go on a walk when they were doing practice, if it was swimming or basketball or volleyball. Another thing I would do, and I would recommend, is you keep them in your car because during lunch, maybe the weather is good, you can put them on and you can go and walk to lunch. Or maybe you are motivated to walk a little further, hang on to your regular shoes, put on these shoes, and walk to your office or wherever you're going. So again, this is a really valuable piece of equipment or wear, however you want to call it, to get you moving. Thanks for watching. That's great. I hope that you are inspired to add that to your everyday activity. I like to also travel in exercise shoes. They are a little less bulky to put in a suitcase, and it makes it quicker to move in airports. The second tip on movement is the power of a mobility break. And when I say mobility, I talk about general movement and flexibility, moving major muscle joints such as the shoulders, the spine, the hips, especially. We do a lot of jobs sitting. And for 2024, I personally am trying to move in 3 to 5 minute increments. I may do it when it's the end of my day, or I may do it in the beginning of my day, or when I come back from a walk or a run. I try to do that very, very intentionally. I have a dear friend who is on the Apple fitness team. His name is Greg Cook, and we've worked on other fitness teams together. And I found online before he was on Apple Fitness, if you can catch him on that platform, he has some excellent workouts, mobility and strength, and some meditation ones as well. But I'm going to cue in a short YouTube video. For 3 minutes, he's sitting in a chair and he's showing you a mobility break that you can take when you are doing a lot of your sitting work. And it's a very good thing for your spine and your hips. Take a look.
Hi, my name is Greg Cook, and this is your 3-minute movement break. You can do these anywhere, anytime. They work especially well at your desk or while traveling. Let's get moving. If you're on a chair with a back, I want you to slide back, get your lower back up against the chair, hands across the shoulders. Tuck, bring your elbows towards your hips, going into a crunch, keeping the low back on the back of the seat. Turn to one side as far as you can. Bring the shoulder up, chest to the sky, reaching up and over. Bring it down to the other side, crunch through to the center. Let's go back again, rewind. Take it as far to one side as you can. Stay in that crunch. Open up and over the top. Feel the stretch around the rib cage. Good, crunch the upper back. Take it back. Up and over. Side bend into that. Turn into it as far as you can. Come center. We're gonna rewind that one more time. This is your first move, taking care of the spine. Crunch into it, slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time, and there you go. That's your first move. Second move, twisting. With this, if you have a back on your chair, use it for a little leverage, push into the knee, twisting, looking behind you as far as you can. Getting as much of a twist in the spine, growing longer as you twist. Get tall, good. Exhale into the twist. One more time. Very good. Next, bring an ankle to a knee. Pull your toes back towards your shin. Get a hand under the knee here. Pull yourself out and over. And then stand. Good. Chest out, all the way out and over. Come back upright. Chest leads, hinging at the hip. Into it. And on the next one, we're going to actually just hold it right here. Deep breath into the belly. Exhale and see if you can sink a little deeper into it. Feel that stretch around the glute on this side. This is the leg you're stretching. Longer spine. And there it is. Let's do the other side. Ankle to a knee. Sit tall. Hand supports the knee. Pull the toes back. Hinge forward into it. Good. Sit back. Hinge a little further, pushing the knee down. That'll increase the stretch. Or if you have knee issues, pulling back here, support the knee. And on the next one, we're gonna hold it and breathe into it. Each time you exhale, see if you can sneak a little deeper into the stretch. There will be a tendency to want to round the back here. I want you to focus on growing longer through the spine, chest out to me. That's it. Chest and belly button reaching out towards me. And all right, next, the final move. Hands behind the head. You're gonna crunch down into this and then open up wide, chest to the sky. Hands behind the head, crunch deep, round in the spine, flex, open up and extend. One more time, crunch into it. Last one, big reach. Bring it all back center, refocus. And that was your 3-minute movement break. Remember, just keep moving.
Finally, a really big part of movement is body weight and light strength training. So if you think of, not just because it's the name of this newsletter, Stronger, I want you to think about, as we age, increasing or trying to maintain your strength, because as we age, we lose muscle mass and we lose bone mass. And without resistance training, we're not going to be able to sustain that. And as we get older, we want to be able to be mobile. We want to be able to be active and maybe not have injuries. I'm certified through the American College of Sports Medicine, and this organization talks about strength training 2 times a week. You can use your body weight or you can use equipment. And soon I'll show you a short video that we recorded at Ethos Fitness, the studio that I co-own, where we were trying to do activities to help people with their everyday strength training. And I do a series of cross chop, working the obliques using a little bit of a lightweight, and then I make those into tricep push-ups. So when you do activities that are functional, cross-functional, and sometimes you can use your own body weight with push-ups, it's a good example. In some cases, you may need overload, like light weights or machines. Take a look at that short combination of exercises, and I hope you'll be motivated to do them.
More. A cross chop, working your obliques on both sides. One more time. Very nice. Great. Pick up your weights, tuck them into your elbows, place them right on the ground. Keep your knees on the mat. 5 to 10 tricep presses. Down for 2 and up for 2, or down and up. You decide on your pace. Down for 2, your elbows are bracing the sides of your hips. That's it.
Great. So 3 things that you can do: put shoes on, move, and walk easy, or be able to do some mobility exercise or do some resistance training. Some of the smart movements and some of the smart goals that come into 2024 may have nothing to do with movement, but may have a lot to do with organization. Here are 3 things that have worked a lot for me. The National Association for Professional Organizers says that you can save up to 60 minutes per day if you can stay organized. My friends, that's 15 days out of the year. If you are staying organized, then you're helping yourself prioritize and not trying to multitask too much. For some chores, yeah, you can multitask a little, but important stuff, try not to do that. In the first example, I talk about the Pomodoro technique. Now, Pomodoro means tomato in Italian, and it comes out of the, I'm pulling a visual here. A Pomodoro technique comes out of the need that a young Italian student had to really manage their time and really organize their time. And then I share with you 6. This is a way to interval time your work and your, not recovery, but your break. I like to do Pomodoro, 25 or 20 minutes of writing or focusing if I'm working on a PowerPoint or if I'm working on a project. And then I'll have the buzzer remind me that it's time to take a break. Now, it's important to just take that short break and then go back and do another push for 20 or 25 minutes. There's several apps that you can use on your phone. You can see here the best Pomodoro timer apps for 2023, and we'll put those links in the comments of here. And then there are actual timers, because with the apps sometimes block off and do not disturb on your computer, but the timers are actual physical timers that you can plug in and leave your phone in a completely other room, and it can help you stay a lot more focused. So that's one of the specific tools that I like to use. Another tool that may help you is called Notion. And I talk a little bit about in the newsletter about Notion being a lifesaver for me. And I really didn't want to use it. It's a platform. It's a communication platform. Unlike Slack, if you ever use Slack, which is a instant messaging with a group or a team, Notion keeps projects together. It keeps timelines together. It can connect databases and what you're trying to do. And this is a project platform that Shelby Merriweather, we are going to add a link to an affiliate link if you want to try it and use it. But she was adamant about getting me to use it, and I was kicking and screaming. I didn't want to do it specifically, but it really has been a lifesaver. I highly recommend it, and we'll make it easier for you to access it here. So again, we put some of my content in there. What am I using in the newsletter? What are some of the posting frequencies that I do? What is some of the other information? We save some of the videos. It's really honestly helped me become more organized. So what you may think about finally, or I like to say, is putting pen to paper. And if you like to be organized, you like to write things down. And I'm going to share with you the last idea that I have. It comes out of a company called Ink and Bolt. I use two of their products. One is their everyday task list that you may say. So for today, sometimes when I have a very busy day, I may break it down by hour and I may make a list of things to do. But my favorite thing that they offer is this dashboard that's called. So you can bucket all of your projects or activities that you have and the to-do lists that you're trying to accomplish, check off the list throughout that week. And I like how you can put the dates at the top. This is not my writing. I don't write so clearly. This is from their website, and I link their website on your notes that I can share that. But this has been a tool that has helped me do a lot of handwriting. I do a lot of my notes and my list making. Specifically, Paulo Rizzo would like me to mention list making because he's written several books on that, but that's definitely very helpful. So as we close, I want to just remind you that starting your year strong and starting your accomplishments and keeping things in action and keeping things written down is such an important part of being proactive and getting your year started strong. If any of these healthy habits are helping you, please comment as you go along and listening to this video. Please follow me on LinkedIn and follow the Stronger LinkedIn newsletter. And let's all cheer to a healthy and strong habit building 2024. Thanks for listening.